Hi guys, so we have a example here which I'll show you how to factor polynomials with. So our example is 6x squared minus 7x minus 10. First of all, we will do is, I'll show you guys what we should do. So we'll write ax squared plus bx plus c, and that's the quadratic equation. So our 6 will be our a value, our 7 minus 7 will be our b value, and our minus 10 will be our c value. So first things first, we need to find multiples of a times c. So our a times c is actually minus 60 because we have a as 6 and c as minus 10. So first, what we'll do is we'll go minus 60 times 1. It'll give us minus 60. Second, we'll see 6 times 10. That also gives us minus 60. Minus 12 times 5, which also gives us 60. The point of doing this is to find a multiple of minus 60, and which when we add them, it gives us minus 7. So if you see here, our goal is to find this number, if it adds up, and a multiple of a times c, which gives us 60. So back to finding multiples of a times 60, they are minus 30 times 2 minus 3 times 20. They all give us minus 60s. So once we have this figured out, we can write this in a diamond shape where our a times c, we have minus 60. Our b value is minus 7. So from our finding our multiples, we had to figure out which value would add up to minus 7. So we have a minus 12 plus 5. So minus 12 plus 5 gives us minus 7. So minus 12 plus 5 gives us minus 7. So we can go about to writing this out. We could either write it out as 6x squared minus 12x minus 10 plus 5x. Or we could write it out as 6x squared minus 12x plus 5x minus 10. So normally what we do is we try to see what we can pull out a common factor of. So we know that 6 and 12 are a common multiple, and we can see 5 and 10 are also a common factor. So what we'll do is we'll write it out with brackets. So we'll have 6x squared minus 12x in one bracket, plus we'll have 5x minus 10 in one bracket. So what we'll do is we'll pull out the 6, leaving a 1x here. Actually, we'll pull out 6x, leaving an x squared, minus, we'll pull out, once we pull out the 6, we have 6. How do we get 12? So we get 12 by 6 times 2. So we'll leave a 2 in here and take the x out as well. And over here, so we'll take out the 5, leaving x minus 2, because 5 times 2 is 10. So what we'll do is we'll get a value of 6x outside bracket x minus 2, so 6x times x gives us 6x squared. 6x minus 2 gives us minus 12x. So once we pull the 5 out, we're left with x minus 2. So keeping in mind, we want this number, the bracket here, to be the same as this bracket. So once we get this bracket, what we do is we take this 6x and this number that we get here, and we write it right here, 6x plus 5x, 5, sorry, times this bracket and this bracket just written once. So we get our factoring, 6x plus 5, x minus 2. And further, if you want to figure out the roots of these, you could just write them as follows. So here, if you want to write 6x plus 5 equals 0, 6x equals, you bring this 5 over, so it'll be a minus 5, and then you're left with 6x equals minus 5. You divide 6 on both sides, you get a value of x to be minus 5 over 6. Or another root could be x minus 2 is equal to 0. So you move this negative 2 over onto the 0 side, and you get a value of x to be 2. So these are your factors, and that is a simple method of factoring polynomials. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe and share.